Yeah, you read the title, all right. A Reformer council leader has claimed that circumcision leads to transgenderism. We're going to read into this more from the Times, you guys. Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Reganelite here with an article here from the Times with the headline that Reform Council leaders claim that circumcision leads to transgenderism. An absurd and disgraceful tweet from Sean Matthews, the newly elected leader of Lincolnshire's County Council, that has angered Jewish groups. Just a reminder to hit the like and share button while you're here, be greatly appreciated. It does. Circumcision does not lead to transgenderism, and there is no evidence to make such claims. If you want to send me some evidence that perhaps there may be my guest, but I imagine you're going to have a hard time finding it as well. It is a perfectly normal thing within certain religions and groups. Circumcision, it is it's part of their way of things. But to try and tie it in some way, shape, or form to transgenderism is absolutely absurd. It's nonsense. There's no connection to this whatsoever, and it does make me question this man and whether on this man as well. And it's another example of just how pathetic some people in reform really are. There's no evidence to claim this, and I don't see how anyone can spin this. Like, there's no doubt about it. This is another example of piss poor recruitment by Reform UK. And you are going to hear more stories about these from councillors, from people working within Reform UK as time goes on. Those who have been elected as councillors, those who have been elected in councils, you're going to hear more of these absurd stuff. So let me tell you this: are you happy with someone who thinks circumcision leads to transgenderism? Because I don't see the link in any way, shape, or form, and I think it's absolutely insane to make such a claim. Answers on the postcard, please. So a newly elected Reform UK council leader has angered a leading Jewish group by suggesting circumcision leads to transgenderism in children. Sean Matthews, a former Royal Protections officer, was pictured celebrating with Reform's Deputy Leader Richard Tice after being elected as leader of Lincolnshire County Council last week. Now, Tice is facing questions after a post emerged from 2022 in which Matthew appeared to mock Jews and Muslims. Quote, "It's no surprise that children want to remove their thingies and become girls," Matthew said in a now deleted post. Most of their parents started the process shortly after birth by chopping their foreskin off in the same of insert delegy. You can get where he's coming from there. Yeah, pretty stupid tweet. The comments were condemned by the Jewish Leadership Council, the JLC, which says circumcision is a vital part of Jewish life and an essential link to our religion and heritage. This is also a practice shared with many of the Muslim faith. For a council leader to use this to attack transgender people is both absurd and disgraceful. Reform has again been accused of vetting failures after Islamophobic, racist and pro-Tommy Robinson posts by new councillors were uncovered. Matthew's comments about circumcision was put to Tice in a radio interview at the start of 2024, and the MP replied, "News to me. If anyone says or writes anything which is daft or inappropriate, we will look at it." Well, it was put to him in 2024. Did he look at it? Probably not. The new leader of Lincolnshire County Council, which has an annual budget of around £640 million, used his first interview to say he would not take part in any diversity training, although admitted that none had been offered. He has said that he will be putting the tackling of waste at the centre of his time in local government and that he aims to freeze council tax. Okay. How exactly are you going to freeze council tax? Exactly. You can't do that. He actually can't do that. He needs the money. Not him, but he can't actually do that. Reform's Dame Andrea Jenkins, who was elected as the first mayor of Greater Lincolnshire, said she'd like to cut about 10% of the workforce in at least one Lincolnshire council. Matthews, who stood as a candidate in the general election for Reform, told Rio Radio, "In my view, at the moment, there's nothing in that pipeline for that. Reform overhauled its vetting procedures after a dozen of its general election candidates were found to have posted racist and misogynistic content and conspiracy theories. Others were found to be Facebook friends with Gary Reichs, a British fascist leader. After their local election triumph, in which they took 677 councils and seats and control of 10 councils, the same claim to have continued to dog them. 3 councillors have been accused of retweeting comments from Britain's First, the far-right group, while others reportedly racially stereotyped Rishi Sunak. In another post seen by LBC, a councillor said that Liz Truss, Prime Minister at the time, had a cracking pair of excuse me. You can guess what they were saying there. David Cameron famously dismissed Nigel Farage followers as loonies, fruitcakes, and closet racists, as vetting failures have frustrated the party's efforts to reframe this image. The party has claimed that he has the most in-depth vetting procedure of any party, and Farage, in an interview with Times Radio, said AI techniques and other things give us a bit of a shortcut, he says. In March, he said reform was a very, very different operation before the general election. The Guardian reported that the party relies on off-the-shelf vetting software called Fenderly, a US social media startup founded in 2019, which looks for hate speech, bullying behaviour, inflammatory rhetoric, and links to extremist groups. Matthews, Reform UK, and Lincolnshire County Council were approached for comment regarding the article. And yeah, at the time of this recording, they still have not responded to it. I wonder why, guys. Maybe it's because they don't want to talk about it. Yeah, these are the kind. This is just the kind of people that are elected in Reform UK. Is that really somebody that's going to make a difference to Britain? Is that really someone that's actually going to go out of their way to make things better? Like that doesn't sound like bread and butter issues to me, does it? Like he says he's going to free councils. Well, you can't technically do that. Like I don't think he really thought this through. But the tweet that Sean made is just completely disrespectful and out of order, and you're going to be hearing a lot of absurd stuff like this, not just from me, but from many YouTubers out there as well. It is an absolute joke. So what do you guys make of this calamity? What do you make of Sean Matthews? What do you make of Reform UK and the situation around this? Let me know your thoughts and more down in the comments section below. If you found this video informative or helpful in any way, hit that like button, share this across social media, subscribe if you haven't already, check out the Rumble and Patreon for exclusive content, and if you want to financially support me in the work that I do, you can hit that join button to become a YouTube member for as little as 99p. So thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to catch you all very, very soon.